Yeah, I'm a personal trainer. I could barely walk this morning getting out of bed. My hips just locked up. I've got an SI joint giving me some problems. I'm not quite sure if it's lower back muscles, if it's an imbalance with my glutes. That I'll need to figure out. Also need to go for an x-ray maybe just to see if there's degeneration from rugby. My knee is acting up, my right foot. This is biomechanics that needs to be fixed, but it's not stopping me. I'll show you some mobility drills. We get very stiff in our hips, and this is one that works the best for me. So I try to find the hip joint, put it on the hip joint. Then I lower my shoulder to the ground. It should be in a banana shape like that. And then you fold over. Fold over, you'll feel the stretch on the right side and on the soft tissue on the left. And then you just stay there. You feel a good stretch, the hip flexors. So of course, I need to be very cautious with my hip. The next thing that I like to do is just a cat to cow. Also good for that pelvic tilt, loosening up the lower back and the upper back, really focusing on the scapula, pressing inwards. I can already feel it's a bit aggravated and irritated. So the goal today is just to move, feel the body. I didn't plan this. It just happened over the weekend. I didn't do deadlifts or try to go crazy. I'm in a part of my life where I need to focus on keeping the movement, keeping active while working through these things. Even after 30, after 40 is to train, as I'll show you today. It's not to go to the extreme. It's just to keep active and to work towards a goal, because it is possible to get to that goal with not going to the extreme, but looking after your body in the right way and training the right way according to your injuries. I just like to do a lot of fixed positions. The machines really help to put you in the right position. And also, going to free weights, there's a lot more risk to injury. This really gives focus on the specific muscle group. I'm just going to do a bit of lat pull downs. So pull movement, very important to look up just to straighten that spine, to get the good stretch. A lot of times we look down. I made the same mistake now. I'm doing high volume reps. I'm not going too heavy. I want to take the pressure off my pelvic at this stage. Again, I want to highlight the fact that these machines are safe. You can do them. I highly recommend starting with the machines first. And you can do some free weights, which I'll show you now. Not gonna lie, I can feel my back a bit. I think it was just, trying that mobility, but the joint is very aggravated. Not too bad, but I can feel it a bit. Seated positions, very safe, especially with back injuries. And here we can push a bit harder. It's a safe movement. The one thing that I didn't mention is the gastritis. So gastritis is an inflamed stomach. I can't have too much abdominal pressure. And of course, going to that extreme set really puts a lot of pressure on your abdominal. I need to control my breathing throughout to avoid abdominal pressure. And this really helps to tame me as well. So, I've built this mindset, and I want to encourage you as a man, that's used to pushing yourself to the limits, to kind of change your mindset. We all have the mentality of pushing, 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 and it goes into our work, it goes into everything we do, which is a good thing. But if you want to train more and you want to train risk-free, you'll need to follow this protocol and this program. And that's why we're running the 6 weeks challenge as well, to put this all together into a program, to structure it according to your schedule and to make it worthwhile, long term, and after a while to enjoy it actually. Not to be so tired, exhausted that you can't go to work or feel that you can't do the second or third session. You want to be able to recover well And remember, you're not 20 anymore. We need to look after ourselves. Okay, so with the hip instability and the joint that's being aggravated, anti-rotation is very important. So I like to do the pile of presses, just keeping those scapulars back, really focusing on the chest being upright and squeezing out, going for 15 reps, high volume. Very easy, but I can feel the abdominal working and the abs really engaging, but I can still speak, which means there's not too much abdominal pressure. Again, it's a lot of accessory work. We use the machines to kind of do more compound movements. Compound movements being, multi-jointed movements. It's very important to kind of build that base, not just getting to a machine, doing your hammies. It's important to do all muscle groups, focusing on building that base around the stabilizing muscles and all those smaller muscle groups. And we're just going to do some tricep pull downs, keeping the chest up, locking the elbows and pulling down. Again, there is very large resistance. I can easily push 50 kilograms, but it's just putting that time on the tension on the triceps without aggravating any injuries. I think CBAM is on a good protocol at this moment, being a good example of, what he's done to his body and what he's going through now with some injuries. And his coach, which has amazing strategies and techniques and methods, to kind of put that stress on the muscle without lifting the heaviest weight in the gym. And I mean, just look at him. He's a good example. And it doesn't come to how heavy you can lift in the gym. For the shoulders that I like and that I'll recommend to you as well, is lateral raises. Going from the front, I see a lot of people stand and go from there. You really want to put the weights in front of you and lift your chest as it goes parallel to your shoulders. So it's like flying, basically. Your side delts and your calves are smaller muscle groups that needs to be trained regularly. If you really want to build a good shoulder, you need to put volume to it. I'm not doing heavy weights. I'm protecting the joint. I'm building the muscle, but I'm protecting the joint and I'm doing a lot of volume. I like to do like lateral raises every day. Every time I train, my shoulders recover nicely because I'm on a full body program, which you can follow as well. And that gives you the recovery. Of course, I can't do rowing. You can maybe do rowing, but there's a lot of cardio machine options. For today, I'd usually do the bike or the air bike, but luckily we've got this bad boy, especially with my back at this moment, like being in a Lambo, right? It's got the settings, seat warmer, very nice. Yeah, cardio is very important for longevity and heart health, but it's not everything. Again, we want to build muscle. We want to fight against inflammation in the body. Steve Cook, he's a YouTuber. He always says, you must look like a bodybuilder, but train like an athlete. For me and my clientele, being a hybrid individual, hybrid meaning you're mobile, you're functional, you're strong. As I say, if you like to do it, you'll go back doing it. Find the thing that gives you the drive, the motivation, the momentum, and go with it. Even if it's starting with cardio and being here, it's fine. Build a habit, and from there you'll start doing new stuff. Thanks for watching. Check me next time. And please, if you like this video, you can just press like and see you on the next one.